I love this haunting sound that he has. Oh! Hello, you guys. Welcome to this Note. If you're new here, hi, my name is Note, and if you're not new here, welcome back. Yes, I am back with another ATEEZ guide to their storyline. This is episode 2. I don't have my glasses on. Episode 0, part 2. By ATEEZ. If you watch my first video, this is another one just me trying to catch up on ATEEZ lore before their comeback, because they are continuing the storyline within this new comeback of theirs. So I'm not gonna hold you guys for much longer. Let's get into the video. Put my glasses on so I can read it because I cannot see far. Previously on. Okay, so previously we got all the members' backstories and the introduction of the Cromer and the ATEEZ.
Stars in the sky cannot be seen because people never raised their heads. The stars didn't stand out, but it didn't mean that they were gone. When all the lights were put off, there they appeared, shining faintly.
Wait, hold the hell up. Whoa, no. Oh, I thought this man had a whole ponytail. I thought he had a whole ponytail. Does he? Or is that a headband? I don't know what that is. I thought that man had a whole... It's not a ponytail. It's not a ponytail. It's something around his head.
Shining faintly.
No, it's a ponytail! That is a ponytail! You know what? Let me keep going.
Boys came from the horizon, crossing the border. But the darkness stopped the boys.
Look at someone fine
There was no
ass.
light to cast it away.
Oh, he don't fine.
People hoped that the flame within the boys would consume the darkness. And as they prayed, the fiery voice of the boys broke the silence and awakened.
Hunter's diary entry.
The Cromer in my hand flashed. But I was still in the hideout. Members who are looking at me were the same too. It was like an unbelievable dream to hear about the various dimensions from the man wearing a black fedora and to see the Cromer in my hand. Right then, an uncouth voice came from outside. As the sound neared, giants dressed in white suddenly appeared, breaking the hideout door. They were wearing masks that covered their entire face and did not feel like people. They were looking for the Cromer. It did not matter where this place was, or whether this place was really located in a different dimension. What matters now is that those dangerous white-clad giants are out for the Cromer in our hands, and that we cannot go back home if we lose the Cromer. I had to protect the Cromer and the members at the same time. But that was more like a gamble. Right that moment, a broken piece of glass under my foot caught my eye. I received the Cromer from Yuno and started to provoke the giants. "I'll give you the Cromer," I shouted and threw what I had in my hand through the window. The members who were watching from behind were shocked as the sparkling piece flew away in an arc. The white-clad giants ran towards it in haste. At the same time, I yelled, "Run away." The place around the hideout was very similar to where we used to stay. If I had not faced the strange creatures, I would not have believed all the sayings about the different dimensions and the Cromer. Fortunately, we escaped the hideout safely. And thanks to being familiar with the surroundings, we were able to find our way halfway down in the dark. Visible spaces were similar to the reality we knew, but were also slightly different. Under the cliff where Wooyoung saved our Bobo in the past, there used to be a valley and a gigantic rock on
Who is Bobo?
Here, no sounds of water flowing could be heard, nor could the gigantic rock could be seen. Same, yet strangely different. By the time I was immersed in such thoughts, I could hear the members laughing. The members, who had been taking a break for a while, were playing with each other. Relieved that the Cromer was safe, what Hong Jun had thrown out the window was a piece of glass similar to the Cromer. Not the real one.
Uno's diary entry.
The child who saved me was a girl who matched well with the moonlight. The girl willingly invited us to her house, tired of being chased and running away. We fell asleep immediately, and in the meantime, the girl healed my injured ankle. The white-clad giants, who had been fooled by the glass fragments, attacked us again while we were resting in the middle of the forest, as the giants dragged me away by my ankle. All the members rushed to save me, and so we ended up losing the chromer, after they took the chromer away and turned their eyes away. Stones rolled over from the cave in the forest when we ran towards it. A girl in the cave gestured between the rocks. The girl had a brother. The boy said she could not speak because the white-clad giants took away the girl's voice. They introduced themselves as the Grimes siblings.
Oh, poor baby.
One day they suddenly disappeared. The Grimes siblings looked at us with sad eyes. According to the Grimes siblings, the central government here established a stable future policy for the entire human race by running AI simulations. They put the blame on human emotions for causing crimes and terrorism that threaten humanity. And so the key to their policy was to control the variables called human emotions. A bill to lower human emotions below the thresholds by using advanced technology and a bill to ban the arts, which greatly affects human emotions, had been passed. Consequently, the central government had achieved high growth under a strong control policy, and people enjoyed material affluence. However, laughter disappeared from their faces and only efficiency and logic became the priority in this society. As those days continued, men wearing black fedora began to appear one day. They sung and performed here and there, and that was said to have the power to attract people. Being stimulated by these men, people who escaped the control began to appear. People from various fields formed a resistance against the central government and called themselves the Black Pirates. The central government put the men in black fedora on the wanted list, but they repeatedly failed to arrest them due to them being able to teleport using the chromer. However, at last by putting in the new android guardians, probably the white-clad giants who came to catch us, the government succeeded in capturing the men in black fedora, the Black Pirates and the resistance. All that does not matter. What is important is that we need the chromer to return home, and that we lost our chromer to the android guardians. To my beloved father. Father, I'm walking towards the Strickland where I may not be able to come back. Now that I'm walking on a bumpy road after always having walked on a beautiful and straight road, my feet keep on throbbing. My feet are sore, but I still feel good. That is because I'm with my friends and I'm walking towards a place that I've decided on my own. Everyone says this is a new world, but somehow I'm familiar with the scenery here, the city I faced after coming down from the woods. I could only see people who were running without taking a single look at the sky as if they were being chased. People who took the escalators like products being placed on machines. People who removed unnecessary smiles and only talked about their needs. And people who are only looking at small machines, having forgotten to see each other face to face. I thought that maybe this place is not a new world, but then I'm just taking a microscopic look at the world I was living in. Father, I know you were shocked to see me singing and dancing with these friends, but I really wanted to escape the world I've lived in, the world I've been trapped in. I love my parents so much, but I have never been happy in your world. When we were kicked out of the garage that we have been using as our hideout and had to be separated. What was more painful to me was that my father was the one who drove us out. I became the person who took happiness away from the friends who have willingly invited me to their world. I regretted that if they haven't met me from the beginning, this situation wouldn't have happened. I resented you, Father. Father, thus I will not return to the world you have created. It's not that I don't love you, but that I don't want to blame you anymore. Your son, Yosang. To find the chromer, we must go to the android guardian's bunker. But the only person who knows the bunker is Left Eye, the manager of the Strickland dump. So we had no choice but to come to this place, as if they were continuously burning trash. The yellow smoke, which is said to cause hallucinations, was constantly soaring, perhaps because of that. The man named Left Eye was mumbling to himself in the air. Phew, how do we locate the android bunker from that person? Thanks to Nosy Wooyoung, we decided to find out the location of the android bunker as well as regain the voice of the Grimes girl. That dude is always so unnecessarily nosy like that. But what we have heard from Hong Joon and the Grimes siblings, that Left Eye man seems to have his own story too. Whatever. There's no one without a story. Anyways, we split into teams. Members who will go into a pile of trash that looks like a cave to find the voice, and members who will convince Left Eye to find out the location of the android bunker. I was in the latter. I heard a basketball bounce. I thought I misheard, to find the girl's abandoned voice. I slowly entered the cave with a thin string tied around my body and a gas mask on my face. I don't even know how someone can abandon a voice and find it back. But they say it's possible because of the new energy extraction thing. I have never seen the shape of a voice before. When I asked the Grimes boy if it has a shape or color, he said that it looks like a bead with a blue condensed energy inside. The bead the boy had told us was shining deep inside the yellow smoke. Then I heard the basketball bounce again. When I stopped walking, a basketball rolled in front of my feet. Victory is mine. JH, it was my ball. When I looked up, I was standing in a stadium. What are you doing? Pass it, my teammate shouted at me. Is it deja vu? I blanked out. The whistle rang in the stadium. I think I had a strange dream for a bit. I was looking for something, but I couldn't remember what it was. The game started again. I ran into the court. Left Eye, who ran a small but unique brand shop after studying fashion design, was often disqualified from interviews at the fashion house due to his unfriendly appearance. However, he had great skill and was a warm person with a passion, until he lost his daughter. His daughter was hit by a speeding car while she was reaching out her hand to save a flower that had bloomed on the road. People thought moving forward quickly was more important than looking around, even after seeing the child on the street after getting hit by the car. People were busy passing by, pretending not to have seen anything. During that time, the child died slowly. Left Eye is said to have become furious and fallen into despair when he had belatedly learned of this truth, and has become a completely different person ever since, after losing his daughter. He met the illusion of his daughter while being intoxicated by the smoke that creates delusions at Strickland's dump. And while he was wandering around in the dump, he was selected by the android guardian to become the manager of the Strickland's dump. It reminded me of my brother the whole time I heard his story. I empathized with Left Eye's feelings a little bit. Left Eye reminded me of when I had lost my brother, despite my original intentions to find about the android bunker. I personally wanted to help him out as well. To do so,
Okay, so the brother is dead. He's dead.
To a place where the smoke was not severe. We had to make him realize that the daughter he was looking at was not real, but just an illusion. The safety strap tied to Jong-ho's body stopped and no longer moved. Worried, Yo-sing went into the trash cave wearing the last remaining gas mask to find out about the situation. The game that caused Jong-ho's ankle injury was going on in front of his eyes. Jong-ho dismissed all the things that had happened as mere illusion and deja vu and ran more fiercely to erase the disgrace of that past. Left Eye started to attack the members, running away from Left Eye, who was chasing them. They secretly lured him into a smoke-free space. When his daughter's illusion disappeared, he became even more furious. Everyone was unsure what to do. But then Yuno shouted amid the silence, "Your daughter is dead." Everyone looked at Yuno in surprise. "You're denying it because you don't want to believe it. But aren't you already aware of the truth?" Yuno accused him once again. "I'll kill you." Left Eye let out a shriek and swung a big bat at Yuno. Jong-ho. When Yo-sang had arrived, Jong-ho was intoxicated with illusion and was running furiously toward the cliff.
Okay. Oh shoot. So that was the complete guide to ATEEZ storyline, episode 0 part 2, by ATEEZ. So like I said, mostly what's happens, they're reading through the diaries, and it's helping, and they're kind of more so letting you piece together what's happening. They're saying what's happening, but it's like you kind of have to piece together, the story, because each section is a member's perspective. It's a different member's perspective. I like these videos though, because like I said, these are very, especially for those who don't have like the diary version albums, because like I said in my first video, I do. It's a Fever Part 1 that I don't have. This is really helpful for those who don't have these, diary albums, and you want to catch up on the lore, because it's very hard to find like some act, because information changes. So some might be this, it might be that, and so on and so forth. So going to this is helping me a whole lot. But yeah, that's just episode 2. That's part 2. I have that one. So yeah, this is helpful for me a lot. So thank you, Eternities, for making these videos. Guys, please go subscribe to Eternities. Please go watch their video if you want to watch a video without my reaction. Please, I highly recommend, I practically beg you to go and check out Eternity's channel and check out their videos. But yeah, that is it for my video, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button down below, and if you want to see more of my content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Stay safe outside the snow cave, and I'll see you, Fox Gang, in the next video. Bye!